Dr. Zakir Naik, how about working in the bank?
So that's the question, how about working in the bank? Okay, I'm a Muslim, work in a modern bank. Bank means modern or Islamic? Which bank? Modern bank or Islamic bank? Modern bank. The brother wants to know that is it fine, is it okay if you work in a modern bank? As I mentioned, anything dealing with riba is prohibited. Whether you give riba or take riba or record riba. I had given a quotation from Sahih Muslim, volume number 3, chapter number 628, hadith number 3881, which says that Jabir, may Allah be pleased with him, he said that Allah's messenger, may peace be upon him, cursed those people who took interest, who gave interest, who recorded it, and the two witnesses, all are alike. All are cursed. In the bank are recording the witness. So from Sahih Muslim, it is clearly prohibited. Working in a modern bank is prohibited. Anyone who gives a witness, giving a surety is also prohibited. But if you ask me that today I'm working in a modern bank, what am I to do? I wouldn't tell you that leave immediately. If you have any other option, Alhamdulillah, leave it immediately. Because what you should do, you should try and find another substitute. You should leave the job which you're doing and find another job. But unfortunately, I know many people who say that I want to leave the modern bank since 2 years. I've got no option. The reason is, today they're drawing 4,000 rupees salary per month. They are getting other jobs, but they're getting only 3,000 rupees. Instead of saying that I do not get a salary equivalent to the salary I get in a modern bank, they say they have got no option. Of course they have an option. They can surely look for other jobs, but they are afraid that instead of earning 4,000, they will earn 3,000. So in short, they want to make more money. And they're challenging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a war. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul. So, if you're working in a modern bank, what I advise you, that as soon as possible, try and find another job. Even if it's less paying, inshallah you may never know, you may get a much higher salary paid job later on. Or even if you don't get in this life, you will surely get the reward in the hereafter. You will not be among the companions of the hellfire, and you will get minimum 700 times return if you spend in the way of Allah. But if today, if you say that I am working in a modern bank so that I understand the system of the modern economics, so in future, after a year or so, I can start an Islamic bank. If your niyat is to start an Islamic bank, for that you are in a modern bank, then inshallah Allah will forgive you. Because the main intention is to learn the modern economics so that you can implement the Islamic economic in a better way. In the same fashion, if you say that is it fine working in an alcohol shop, I would say it's haram. But if you say I want to work in that alcohol shop for 2-3 months so that later on I can stop that alcohol shop or convert it into a medical store, I feel inshallah Allah will support you. So if you're working in the bank to convert that modern bank to Islamic bank, inshallah I'll forgive you. But if you work it only for the salary, if you work in that bank only for the salary, Allah will never forgive you. Hope that answers the question.
Question from the ladies side.
Dr. Naik, in the Quran, riba is mentioned, and riba means usury. So interest can be a part of riba, and there are other parts that is for forms of usury. So if a project is to be passed for trade is going on, and there are various bureaucratic circles here in India, we've got to pass through their projects, and it requires bribes and all that. So if in doing so, if we put that money into that, and later on we get the profit by giving bribes and okaying the thing from the officers and all, and is that usury or what?
So I pose the question that since we are living in a system which involves a lot of interest, and if you do a business project, whatever riba money you get, you can use it for bribing.
No, the question is that suppose we take the money from a bank, from an Islamic bank, and we for a business, and for that
take the money from Islamic bank.
From an Islamic bank, and if we want to pass some projects and all, it goes into the bureaucratic circles, and we've got to pay some bribes from that, from that money. So is that money also that profit comes into account of riba or what?
Is bribing allowed or not? In short, if whatever money you take from the bank, with that halal money from the bank, can you bribe? In short, can you account it?
Yeah.
Me suppose if I totally make a profit 50,000 rupees, or 50,000 rupees profit, I've given 5,000 rupees bribe. So can you say that instead of 50,000 profit, I've got 45,000 rupees profit? Correct? Instead of 50,000, 5,000 goes for bribe. So deduct that from the profit, and the balance profit, net profit is only 45,000 rupees. Correct? Brother, firstly you should realize that bribing is haram in Islam, irrespective whether it's some haram money or halal money. Accountability comes later on. You're not allowed to bribe. It's clearly mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 188. It says that squander not your wealth amongst yourself in vanities, nor use it as a bait to the judges. Bait to the judges means bribe. Do not use your wealth as a bait to the judges, so that you may eat up other people's property knowingly or unknowingly. You give a bribe so to eat other people's property. It's haram in Islam. Quran prohibits it in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 188. And again, it says giving bribery is haram. You say, can I take bribery? Again refer to the hadith. It's clearly mentioned in the hadith of Ahmad that anyone who takes bribe, who gives bribe, and the middleman, all three are cursed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So bribing is haram. The question does not arise whether you can account for it or not. Islamically wise, you can't bribe. If you tell that Islamic banker, I'm going to bribe, he'll say, then don't take the money. In India they may allow you, I don't know. The Islamic Sharia, actual Sharia, if you say, I want to use that money for making an alcohol factory, it's haram. Alcohol is haram, you can't utilize that money for alcohol factory. If you say, I want to utilize the money for bribing, under the Islamic law, you can't use that money for bribing. Unknowingly do it, if you want to cheat them, fine, you can't cheat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So bribing is haram, irrespective whether it's accountable or not, it's haram. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, a question from the lady side.
Is insurance allowed in Islam, especially life insurance? If not, is there any other alternative or any Islamic solution to it?
Sister posed the question that is life insurance allowed? Is insurance allowed? Especially life insurance. And if it's not allowed, is there any other alternative or is there any other solution? The concept of insurance is a very old concept. The people of the community, they pull in the money, and the money is utilized at the 11th hour. Maybe you have an accident and case of emergency, that pooled money is utilized. It's a very good concept. But coming to life insurance, is it allowed? According to a fatwa given by Maulana Muhammad Abu Zahar of Egypt, he said that insurance on cars for its repairs is lawful, though in itself it is unlawful. The insurance on the cars for its repairs is lawful, though in itself it is unlawful. Overall, it's allowed. As a system, insurance, the way it operates is unlawful, but for cars and repairs it's allowed. But life insurance, in which you give a monthly installment, and if any mishap takes place, you get your full amount or double the amount, and at the end, if you survive, you get your full amount along with profit. This is nothing but riba. So in short, any investment, whether it be life